So the original or the mainstream reasoning behind the 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 pull-to-push ratio was to avoid or to correct bad upper body posture. Things like kyphosis or a forward rounding of the upper back, shoulders. But posture is influenced by so many different sensory inputs. Doing extra sets of rows or pull-ups is going to have less than a negligible effect on your posture. And just as a side note here, muscles don't push or pull, muscles contract. And we aren't and don't have to be symmetrical. There's valid reasons to be symmetrical both in strength and muscle mass from left side to right side of the body, but not posterior and anterior symmetry. You can't compare the muscles involved with shoulder flexion to the muscles involved with shoulder extension. That's apples to oranges. They don't need to be equal in size or strength. They play different roles with different functions. Having, for example, stronger pecs compared to the lats will not predispose you to forming rounded shoulders, or predispose you to increasing a likelihood of injury. And higher levels of strength doesn't necessarily mean higher muscle tone. Muscle tone is just the resting tension of the muscle. But assuming that the premise is true that you do need a 2-to-1 pull-to-push ratio, anytime you're holding a weight in your hands, RDL, deadlift, farmer's carry, you're training the so-called pulling muscles, the muscles of the back and the posterior shoulder. You're more than likely already training this ratio, so I really wouldn't have any concern about it at all. Training a variety of exercises and movements that stress a great amount of muscle mass is probably where you should place most of your focus, not on some conjecture about whether or not you're doing enough pulling compared to your pushing exercises. So those are my thoughts on the topic. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.